With that, I'm going to bring up Robert Viss from MessageBird and Mike Butcher. But before that, here's a little video about what MessageBird is all about. Enjoy.
MessageBird is an API to embed SMS, voice, and chat into your applications, and we do that on a global level. So you can literally reach 7 billion phones through our API. So the easiest way to explain how MessageBird works is by an example. So if you're at the airport and you call an Uber, and the Uber driver doesn't know exactly where you are, then the Uber driver will either call you or you can call the Uber driver, but they don't actually get each other's phone number. So there's a virtualized phone number that makes the communication anonymized. So those kind of applications we sell to, for example, Uber. We offer different communication tools, SMS, voice, global numbering, but also chat like Facebook or WeChat or Line. For our customers, it doesn't really matter how they want to communicate. We're their one-stop shop solution. The way that we differ from our competitors is that we've really focused on building the infrastructure layer, like the carrier layer underneath first, before we started building APIs on top of that. We are our own carrier, we have our own mobile network codes, we run our own tech stack. So we're basically an enterprise carrier from a technical standpoint. And then on top of that, we have APIs that make it really easy for our customers to use it. That's something that our competitors don't really have. And it's really important for our core user base, which is more focused on the enterprise. Because if you're a CIO, you're really looking to have a fast, reliable, very secure solution that's also cost effective. And because we own the layer, we have end-to-end control over the solutions that we provide. We didn't raise money from the beginning. We basically bootstrapped for 6 years and only raised money recently. So we raised $60 million from both Excel in San Francisco and Atomico in Europe. So now we're really looking to expand our teams into North America and Asia for true global world domination.
Global world domination. Now, those are words to conjure with, are they not, ladies and gentlemen? Robert Viss, now the overnight success of MessageBird, you raised this year $60 million Series A led by Excel in San Francisco with Atomico in London, which is the largest Series A round in Europe to date, actually. It's not an overnight success. It's taken a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've been bootstrapping for about 6 years, so it wasn't that easy to raise the 60 million.
But you bootstrapped. What did you make a conscious decision to do that?
No, we were very fortunate that the way that we got into this business, we had a very large customer from day one, so we were able to be profitable from day one, so we never needed to raise outside capital in order to grow our business. You've
been somewhat compared to Twilio. Would you say that's a fair comparison?
Who?
Yes, you know how I'm talking about.
Sure. We have our own way of doing things. I think there's a lot of differences, and obviously we're both attacking a very big communication space. We both have APIs, so I think there's a lot of similarities as well.
But I think you said to me that you are less engineer-oriented. Is that right? More enterprise.
Yeah, I mean, we're very developer-friendly. I mean, we've always had APIs, but I think we've really made sure that we built the carrier layer underneath, which speaks to a lot of CIOs and big enterprises that want a very reliable and cost-effective solution. So it's more that our business has shifted into the enterprise because we've always had very big enterprise customers.
What was it like in the early days when you started building the company? And you obviously made that decision. You said you had a big customer at the beginning. Did you ever get tempted to think, right, I'm going to go and pitch at TechCrunch Disrupt?
No, it's okay. This is going to sound really. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of TechCrunch, and I've always wanted to come to Disrupt, but this is actually my first time.
Finally got you.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that I come as a speaker, but no. I mean, we've always been heads down, focused on building the business. I mean, I've been flying around the world. Our team's been flying around the world, setting up carrier relations, going to customers. We've never had a lot of time to go to conferences and things like that.
Yeah. And have you got a particular kind of culture in your company? Have you, you've bootstrapped all this time?
We get shit done. That's our culture.
This is an official T-shirt?
Yeah, it's our own company branding.
Right. So move fast and break things, or get shit done.
I have to choose?
The first one.
Oh, I would choose for get shit done.
Right. Well, I mean, the first one is famously Facebook's, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think of Mark Zuckerberg?
Great founder. I mean, he built one of the biggest companies in the world. I watched his, was it Harvard or Stanford speech? I thought it was very, very impressive the way he looks at the world. Obviously, Facebook's going through some challenges in terms of privacy and some of the things that they're doing, but I have confidence that they'll do the right thing.
So I heard a vicious rumor.
One hell of an acquisitions that he does. I mean, if you think about it, Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, he's pretty impressive.
Oculus is not going so well, though, is it?
Yeah, but it's an awesome product.
Right. I suppose so. I don't like it that much
You
myself.
don't think?
Lapland.
Yes.
Tell me about Lapland. Why is Lapland significant for your company?
How do you know about Lapland?
I have my spies.
Yeah, we're taking, so every year we do a big company trip. We started last year when we were about 50 people. We took the entire company to Thailand for a week. And this year we're taking the entire company to Lapland for a week. Now we're a bit bigger, about 120, but.
Why is that? Why are you doing that?
It's part of our culture. I think it's important to do, it's two things. We wanted to do something that really proves that we're an agile company. Like, we can run the company from anywhere in the world. And obviously, being on an island in Thailand has its challenges. Being in the snow in Lapland has its challenges. So that's definitely one side of it. I also think bringing, a big group of people together and having a ton of fun creates a good culture that you can work. We don't do a lot of business stuff. There's not a lot of workshops. We do some, but it's pretty much just hang out together, working in a different environment.
And this.
Yeah.
You're on a plane a lot. You're saying to me that spread between Amsterdam, San Francisco, and Singapore. That's quite a spread, isn't it? How do you manage being a CEO and a founder, having to travel so much?
You get used to it. It has its challenges when you miss your best friend's wedding or things like that. It's not always fun, but we're on a mission to build a big company, and these are some of the sacrifices I have to make. And luckily, I'm in the good position that my family and friends forgive me.
Did you founded another company before Zappay, and you were involved in many other things earlier, prior to MessageBird. What sort of things did you learn from those experiences that you decided consciously to bring into how you built this new company, MessageBird?
Probably the number one thing I learned is focus. When I was younger, I used to always do a ton of things at the same time with good intentions, but didn't have a lot of focus. And I think Zappay was, when I got involved, was just, it was just like a ride that went really quickly, 12, 18 months, and then it was sold. But with MessageBird, I've always been heads down focused on building the business, not doing anything else. I don't do a lot of angel investing. I don't get involved. I don't do a lot of talks or spend a lot of time doing other things than just working on our company.
Right.
I need a hobby.
Well, speaking of hobbies, I gather my spies also tell me that you've been kickboxing for the last 3 weeks in a country. Is it an Asian country, I believe? Thailand, was it?
You have too many spies.
What on earth is a guy who's just raised all that money, $60 million? Surely your investors are a little bit peeved that you went off kickboxing for 3 weeks.
No, they sent me. They were like, get out of here. I've never really taken a holiday.
Very enlightened.
In the past 5, 6 years. We're profitable, so we'll be fine. I've never taken a holiday in the past 6 years where I've been truly disconnected. I wanted to go do something where I would not touch my phone. My COO actually made me buy a old school Nokia, yes, they still exist, and put a Thai SIM card in it. And I spent 3 weeks in a kickboxing camp because if I would spend 3 weeks on a beach, I would not be able to not touch my phone.
And all you could do is, what, SMS?
Yes, which tends to be a pretty good business.
Which is something I believe you're involved in. What's finally, you've obviously been successful, and there's quite a lot of sunlit uplands to remain for you guys. Why do you think that you've got a shot at going absolutely huge at this point with MessageBird? What gets you up in the morning and think, oh my God, here we go, we're really going to kill this now?
For me personally, it's really about the challenge. I feel very blessed that I get to visit all these cool countries around the world. I get to meet all these cool people, be inspired every single day by the team, by people around me. it sounds like a cliche, but that's really what gets me up in the morning. This is one big challenge. There's like, one shot to building something really big. And we've been so fortunate that even Bootstrap, we've been able to grow 100% a year. So, we're excited to see what's next. But the challenge is really what drives me.
And you're going to go back and do the kickboxing again, or have you done with that? Was that, have you any
No, I do it
bruises?
again. No, I do it again. I mean, it's been a few weeks. They're gone now. But no, I do it again. It's a really good way to do it. I mean, one, it's healthy, and it's a good way to like get your mind off of things. So.
Any more retreats in the offing next year?
Yeah, but can't disclose them yet on stage. But we have some ideas.
Well, we'll have to come back and find out what happened.
Sounds good.
Marvelous. Thank you, Robert Viss, CEO and co-founder of MessageBird. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.